Is it time to buy or sell Apple stock? In this video, we will explore the intricacies of Apple. Our initial report was published on our website on Monday, the 2nd of June, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with a more comprehensive analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay informed about our latest analyses. You certainly do not want to miss any important updates that could affect your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Harness the potential of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please keep in mind that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be regarded as financial advice. Since the 20th of May 2025, our system has evaluated Apple as a sell candidate, assigning it a score of -4.61. Now, let's examine the stock's performance during this time frame. The stock recorded a decline of 2.49%. This amounts to an average daily loss of 0.28% since it was designated as a sell candidate. The stock is situated at the upper part of a very wide and declining trend in the short term. This scenario often presents a favorable selling opportunity for short-term traders, as a reaction towards the lower part of the trend can be anticipated. A break above the upper trend line at 204 and 67/100ths will initially indicate a slower decline, but it could also be the first sign of a potential trend shift. The current 3-month trend suggests a possible decrease of 11.25% over the next 3 months, with a potential return ranging between -30 and 84/100ths% and -9 and 95/100ths%. Looking at the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of -2 and 22/100ths%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could fluctuate between -16 and 84/100ths% and +24 and 36/100ths% over the next year. In current terms, this would place the future price somewhere between 167 and 74/100ths and 250 and 83/100ths. Our latest daily update for Apple includes the headline, Apple stock price up 0.423% on Monday. The Apple stock price gained 0.423% on the last trading day, which was Monday, the 2nd of June, 2025, rising from $200.85 to $200.70. During that trading day, the stock fluctuated 0.99%, with a day low at $200.14 and a day high of $202.13. The price has fallen in 6 of the last 10 days and is down by 4.52% for this period. The volume fell on the last day by 34 million shares, with a total of 35 million shares bought and sold for approximately $7.12 billion. It is important to consider that falling volume on higher prices may indicate divergence and could serve as an early warning about possible changes in the coming days. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest stock price was $260.10, while the lowest price was $169.21. Currently, the price is 22.45% or $58.40. below the 52-week high of $260.10, which is also the all-time high for the stock. Apple Inc. has recently captured attention as Bank of America analysts have placed a bullish outlook on its stock, suggesting that the current share price offers an attractive entry point for investors. With Apple shares down approximately 20% year-to-date, in contrast to the modest gains of the S&P 500, analysts believe this undervaluation presents a promising opportunity for correction over time. In regulatory news, Apple is taking legal action against the European Union's order, demanding greater interoperability with competitors like Meta and Google. The company has labeled these requirements as unreasonable, citing potential harm to innovation and security risks. This legal battle could create uncertainty in the short term, but might reinforce Apple's commitment to maintaining a competitive edge in the long run. Additionally, investor sentiment may be influenced by upcoming announcements at Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference, where expectations are notably low for advancements, particularly in artificial intelligence. Such tempered expectations might set a low bar for the company to surpass, potentially energizing the stock if the announcements exceed investor hopes. Overall, While regulatory challenges loom and investor scrutiny heightens, the overall bullish sentiment from analysts and potential for recovery could drive Apple's stock positively in the near term, provided it navigates these hurdles effectively. Analyst ratings. On Sunday, the 1st of June, 2025, it was reported that UBS assigned a buy grade to Apple with a hold action. On Wednesday, the 21st of May, 2025, it was reported that Goldman Sachs also assigned a buy grade to Apple with a hold action. On Monday, the 12th of May, 2025, it was reported that Morgan Stanley assigned an overweight grade to Apple with a hold action. On Monday, the 5th of May, 2025, it was reported that Citigroup assigned a cautious grade to Apple with a hold action. On Friday, the 2nd of May, 2025, it was reported that Wedbush assigned a neutral grade to Apple with a downgrade action. Analysts have assigned Apple stock a general neutral rating. They classify the price-to-earnings ratio as a sell and the price-to-book ratio as strong sell. However, when it comes to return on investment, the analysts rate the stock as a strong buy. The following signals have been identified for Apple. Volume decreased during the last trading day, even as prices increased. This creates a divergence between volume and price, which may serve as an early warning. The stock should be monitored closely. Additionally, some negative signals have emerged, which could impact its near-term performance. Currently, the Apple stock presents a buy signal according to the short-term moving average. However, the long-term average suggests a general sell signal. With the long-term average positioned above the short-term average, this indicates a more pessimistic outlook for the stock. If the stock continues to rise, it will encounter resistance from the long-term moving average at $203.64. Conversely, if the stock declines, it will find support from the short-term average at $199.97. A breakout above the long-term average will generate an additional buy signal, while a decline below the short-term average will produce another sell signal, reinforcing the overall outlook. A sell signal was issued from a pivot top point on Thursday, May 1st, 2025, and since then, it has dropped by 5.45%. Further declines are anticipated until a new bottom pivot has been established. Moreover, there is currently a sell signal from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, sell signal. Pivots, sell signal 22 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal 39 days ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal 3 days ago. Long-term moving average, sell signal 9 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages indicates a buy signal 5 days ago. If we look at the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, sell signal 9 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal 61 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages shows a buy signal 56 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to find more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for Apple. Apple finds support from accumulated volume at $198.85. This level may present a buying opportunity, as an upward reaction can be anticipated when the support is tested. The stock typically exhibits average movements throughout the day, and with strong trading volume, the associated risk is deemed medium. Over the past day, the stock fluctuated by $1.99 between its high and low, reflecting a change of 0.99%. For the previous week, the stock experienced a daily average volatility of 1.87%. Before we dive into the possible good trading levels for Apple, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, the price-to-earnings ratio, or PE ratio. This crucial ratio measures a company's current share price relative to its per-share earnings. This is a relatively normal PE ratio, often seen in businesses with long track records or predictable revenues. In other news, the next earnings report for the second quarter of 2025 is expected on the 7th of August, 2025. Analysts' consensus estimates are at $1.41. Keep an eye on these numbers, as they can greatly impact stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for Apple. In the event of an upward trend, the first resistance level for Apple is at $202.52. If you do not own any shares, it may be wise to wait for this level to be surpassed before entering a position. For those already holding the stock, this could serve as a point to consider for swing trading. On the downside, Apple faces its first support level at $198.85. If this support level holds, it may present a favorable entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for Apple from multiple analyst sources is neutral. Now, let's examine some recent insider trades. On the 12th of May, 2025, Chris Kondo conducted an insider sale of 4,486 shares of common stock. On the 23rd of April, 2025, Kevin Parekh conducted an insider sale of 4,570 shares of common stock. On the 15th of April, 2025, Kevin Parekh conducted an insider sale of 5,111 shares of restricted stock units. On the 15th of April, 2025, Kevin Parekh also conducted an insider sale of 5,817 shares of restricted stock units. On the 15th of April, 2025, Kevin Parekh performed an insider purchase of 16,458 shares of common stock. Based on the 100 most recent insider trades, we've determined that the insider power is negative, with a ratio of negative 19.413. In total, insiders purchased 1,389,288 shares and sold 1,992,668 shares in the last 100 trades. We currently hold a negative evaluation for this stock, and there is no stop loss established. Is Apple stock a good buy? Currently, Apple displays several negative signals and is within a very wide and declining trend. As a result, we anticipate that it will continue to perform weakly over the next few days or weeks. We maintain a negative assessment of this stock. After examining the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Tuesday, the 3rd of June, we expect Apple to open lower by approximately 37 cents, starting at $201.32. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. You should not base your investment decisions on StockInvest.us. By using this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? Please comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a beautiful day. With warm regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.